Welcome to Community Spotlight. I'm Kim, Congo, and today I have the pleasure of being with the infamous.
Oh, infamous.
Oh, no. Extra famous. Everybody knows you. Are you kidding? Worldwide, right?
Yeah, at least Wilmington.
Well, I'm sure it goes
Riverside
past
to
Wilmington. But hi, Pastor D.
Hi, Sister Kim. It's good to see
So
you.
can we just say Pastor D, or do I need
That's
to say
right.
officially
Same as just
Derrick
Pastor
Johnson
D.
or Ricky or...
Ricky. Oh, you know all of them. That's right. Your dad. That he still calls me Ricky.
See that? But yeah, so welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So we are here. We are celebrating Black History Month, and we have a special play coming up, or
Exactly.
it's a performance.
It's a
Play.
production.
It's a production.
Yeah, another Cynthia Tyre production. Shout out Cynthia Tyre.
Shout out to Cynthia. She puts it together, right?
She does.
She does.
She's become. We've known Cynthia for years. I've known her as a local pastor, and to watch what she's become in that world, in the entertainment world, the stars that she knows, the productions and plays that she's brought to Wilmington. I'm telling you, I'm just proud of her, and I'm excited that she reached back and grabbed a little local boy to be in this one. It is very significant to Black history. I feel good. The production, and it's more than a show. In this instance, and I know a lot of people have said, well, I've already seen all the James Brown movies. I've seen James Brown this and James Brown that. They have not seen a James Brown show like this one, not only because she's got C.P. Lacey, the, in my view, best impersonator or impressionist in America today. He's been the Sandman for 30 years at the Apollo. He's done James Brown, Prince, Michael Jackson. He's the most sought after impressionist, Black impressionist, I think, in the world, but probably certainly in the United States, to do it at that level. She's got Allison Williams singing, playing Martha Hyde and what have you. So it's just such a powerful reach back for her to grab me and Brother Wilmore.
Yes.
The Reverend Wilmore's son, who is an actor. I think I might be the only non-actor in the or non-professional actor in the cast.
That.
Yeah, so it's great, Kim. You know, so proud of Cynthia.
Yes, for sure. She was my babysitter, so she has come. So that's how long I've known Cynthia. So we've been around for a long time.
She was your babysitter.
She was my babysitter.
Oh God, that would make me okay.
So, but she always says, I was only a couple years older than her, though. But she still definitely was. So we were all in Oakmont together.
Oakmont,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, really. So, yeah, we lived in Oakmont. She lived right around the corner. So it was an easy reach. So we have been there for a long time. I actually wore her debutante gown. So we were both Debs, and we wore that gown. So, yeah, so she has shared a lot with me through the years.
Well,
and I've always told her how much that this place is where she should be.
Yeah.
That she has a special connection. She has the ability to put it all together, and she fusses with me constantly because she says, you're always saying I can only, I'm not saying you can only do that. I'm saying this is where you shine. This is where your heart is. This is where your passion is. You should follow your passion.
Journey for both of us, I think, in that world, in entertainment, as she has worked with actors and actresses that you and I would die to just be in the room with. Her journey in this has pretty much taken place right here on from 190 to Channel 28 with Lapland, what have you. She would bring, if you recall, she brought the 5 Heartbeats, the star of the 5 Heartbeats to my show, Holler Back.
Exactly.
She's brought all kinds of stars to our shows there on Channel 28. So we kind of took the journey with her, and it's been wonderful to watch. But this production
is it, right?
It's the creme de creme.
All right.
That casino is going to be
that she keeps improving.
Yeah.
So every time you see it, it's going to be a little different. She doesn't bring the same thing every time. It's a different energy, but guess what? When I was younger, she would take me with her to meet those people or to
What?
go on those things.
So you know all the stars,
Well, I
too.
didn't get to go everywhere, but she would say, Kim, come
So
on, we're going too.
why aren't you in this production? You could have.
I don't get it. Well, you know me. I'm in the background. I'm that background girl, so it's all right.
Okay.
But yes, but I'm always here promoting and helping and supporting in any way I can. So
And that's the joy of it. And I'm grateful again to Cynthia Tyre to be a part of this production. I Feel Good is the James Brown show, and it's more than a look at the James Brown show as it used to be given, but it's also a look behind the scenes at the individual personality. She's got, as I mentioned, Allison Williams playing Miss Martha Hives, who knows Miss Martha Hives, who is alive today, living in Europe, and she's been in communication with her. And when I heard I was on the interview with her from the cast the other day, and she shared that to be able to embody this spirit of Miss Martha Hives and who she was in the James Brown hookup. She was the epitome of the boss black woman with the hair and the sequence dresses and the boogieing that she was doing back there, setting a trend in a time that Beyonce today models. So in that sense, and you know, she and some of the other, Silk is performing, the young brother from Chester, I think Silk is from Chester, and he's been in Vegas doing, you know, the residency thing and what have you all these years. She's got him in this production, so it's just again, I Feel Good. The I don't know if you call it a musical, a show, or what have you. It's happening in the casino, and I have been chosen to play and selected to play. Somehow Cynthia got me in the role of Bobby Bird. Okay. Now, when Cynthia asked me to be in the play or called me about, or to be in the production, called me about being in it, it was calling in a marker from 15 years ago. Okay. When she started, doing these kinds of productions, she actually started, as I said, on Channel 28 with her and us. And her first production, she rented a space. I thought it was a club up on Philadelphia Pike, and she had this idea of doing this production, but church people being able to come too. And she wouldn't have like the alcohol and what have you. And you know, there were all of these odds against her in bringing a casino-style show and production to a space like that, and being so she got Pastor D to MC it. Okay, that was smart, right? It was productive, right? At that production, she made me promise. She said, Pastor D, if I ever need you for one of my shows, you know, I'm gonna call on you now, and you have to come. And I said, yeah, Cynthia, I got you, homegirl, hold you down. She called me. I'm 68. You know, last month, and she said, Pastor D, I want you to audition. We're doing this show. It is a Black History, not just a Black History Month production, but this show is going to just be phenomenal in terms of what it gives the people, in terms of feeling good to be black. And I want you to audition to be one of the Famous Flames. And I said, the Famous Flame? I said, aren't they the brothers? You talking about the group behind it? You know, you know. I was like, Cynthia, you know, said, Pastor, you got to be in it. I want you to be one of the Famous Flames, you know. And I was, okay, I'll audition. And I did. I auditioned to be one of the Famous Flames. She called me back with Mr. Brown himself. On the line, C.P. Lacey, this great actor, James Brown, and he was so impressed. She said, Pastor Z, we think you can do Bobby Bird. All right. I said, Bobby Bird? You know, the number that get on up, the number 2. That's it. Know, and I was, you know, and, you know, she said, I want you to think about it. And I studied about Bobby Bird, which Allison Williams said one of the things she's proud about, each of the actors in the show, is that we didn't just get on the stage and pretend to be somebody, but study about the person.
That's it.
And when I look back at who Bobby Bird is, I found out with no Bobby Bird, there's no James Brown.
Hey, hey.
With no, and what really made me accept the part and want to do it, I found out if there's no Christianity, there's no James Brown.
Okay, that's
Bobby
loose.
Bird was a Christian fella who sang in a gospel group called the Starlights.
Okay.
And they went to the prison camp to sing at the church, at the chapel services. They went and sang at the chapel service that James Brown was at, an inmate at the prison camp.
Okay.
And he connected with Bobby Bird and sang for him.
Okay.
Bobby Bird was such a Christian that he and wanted to help James Brown so bad he went home to his mother and said, "Mama, there's a guy in the church, in the jail, who can get out, but he has no relatives." Back then, you needed a relative in the area. You needed the community had to say so in whether you could come to that community. Bobby Bird's mother is a Christian. She goes and gets 100 signatures from her church.
All right.
Folk.
See that?
Goes to the prison camp and tells the warden he can live with me and my son. Thus, the world got James Brown. He came out of prison. To me, that is the whole of the James Brown story. And Bobby Bird continued to be a friend and a Christian friend. It shows his love for James Brown when he's on the stage saying, "Get on up." Why Bobby Bird always played second. He wrote part of Get On Up. Many of the songs that were being done, Bobby Bird wrote. The Steps, the famous Flames, were Bobby Bird made. And he never got paid or credit for any of that because he loved Mr. Brown, as he called him. So all of that, drew me to accepting this particular role because Bobby Bird's story is my story. I went to the church over at Gander Hill Prison, and Bobby Bird, Aaron Moore came in with a Bishop Aretha Morton, and he sang, and I said, I want to go with him. And I came out and went straight to Aaron and stayed. So sort of, I can relate. So I'll be embodying that love and that spirit and that part of their relationship when I'm up there singing and doing. I think I got three songs that I'm in with James. So we're going to have some fun.
I look forward to being there. I hope I haven't been too late. So we want to buy tickets. How do we buy tickets? Do we know? Will you have that commercial coming, or do you have all that information for us?
Yeah, the information's on the commercial, but it's we're at what I'm excited about and not at all nervous about is at the Harrahs Casino. So for all the rest of the actors and everything, that's Gucci. But for me, it's gonna be we in the casino. So I'm gonna be, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. It is. This part of our history is relevant. Allison Williams shared the other night on the interview we were on that you got to remember all of this is taking place at a time where black people are in Jim Crow. And many of the things that are happening, were happening to black people in James Brown and Bobby Bird then are happening to our people now all over again. The climate was exactly as it is now in America. And that's when James Brown said, they need to feel good, man. I need to feel good. And the black entertainer, James Brown in particular, injected themselves in the middle of the riot. James Brown and the James Brown Show went to Boston in the midst of that riot, and he went to the stage and through their art form made a difference in what was taking place. And I'm saying that that maybe one of our entertainers ought to hit Minneapolis in the middle of Minneapolis, have a concert and call our people into that just like James did then,
Just
because
like
the
they did
exact
then.
same conditions exist
Right
for
now.
us. Yes, we got
Exactly.
a president who is trying to erase us from
Yes.
history. I'm telling you, if they come to this show, they're
They
going to
gonna
get
love it.
so much of that spirit
So much
poured
knowledge.
into, I mean,
All
every
right.
actor. I'm hoping I can keep up with the level of performance and acting that's going to be
All right.
done there, you know, so.
All right, and so the date that it is
February 21st. I wrote it down, February. We're February 21st. Yeah, February 21st.
February
And doors
21st.
open at 6 p.m. February 21st, Harrahs Casino. I think I did hear on one of our promos that VIP is almost sold out. So you'd better
want
get
your
there.
VIP. You can contact Cynthia Tyre.
Get your VIP tickets and
That's
get
it.
somewhere close to the stage so when we
So we can-
and
we
throw
can
that.
see you.
Yeah, you can feel good
That's
because
right.
you're going to feel good.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm looking forward to it. I definitely plan to go, so
Yeah.
I will be there. I was
Got you,
trying
Kim.
to
Got
do
you.
something different, but I said, "What?" Let
And
me
again, Cynthia
postpone this
Tyre,
other trip.
support the show. You know, yes, for the feel good and for the history and for the music. I mean, the band they've got. My God, Kim, they've got practically members of the actual James Brown band, the musicians. I forget the musical director's name, but all of these people are top quality. But aside from that, we need to remember this journey that Cynthia Tyre is taking in this productive sense, bringing this show, reaching back. Two of the actors, performers are from Delaware.
All right.
Myself and Wilmore Jr. Wilmore.
Right.
And, you know, for her to reach back, she didn't have to reach back and get some non-professional pastor from her city to play this part of history, but she did.
But she did, and
you know.
that's the message to her as well, because again, I get the hardest time for pushing her into her passion. And she, but I can do it. I'm like, but this is your passion. You don't
Yeah.
have to do this other stuff, because all of this
Yeah.
just comes naturally for her.
Yeah.
So she can
Yeah.
naturally gather these people that I couldn't even begin to try
Wow.
and reach.
Wow.
But it's
Yeah.
always just
Yeah.
a phone call or a friend or you
Yeah.
know, and she's been in that place since I was young, because
Yeah.
I was young
Yeah.
and I was riding along with Cynthia.
Yeah. Well.
And so she's been able to do that for years, and
Yeah.
now it has just multiplied into where she is now. And I pray that she embraces it,
Yeah.
that she recognizes the significance of what she does. I don't think she realizes how big
Well,
it is.
isn't that Black history?
Yeah, I guess that is.
That we've
Yes.
had these Black women behind the scenes who produced
Yes.
behind the scenes but who also lived personal lives as daughters and mothers and what have you.
That's it.
And they've had to have connective tissue like you to push them into, because Cynthia is, I don't know that she's without an ego, but she certainly never operates
At all.
in that way. And this is big. This
Yes,
is big.
this is-
Folks, this show is big.
And her ability to gather everyone and to put these productions on
Yes.
and to do all of those things is just
Yeah.
that. And so again, I'm with you. I think
Yeah.
she doesn't get it all. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, Cynthia, but you do this so naturally. It's
Right.
it's your passion, and
Right.
she enjoys it. I think she can eat,
Yeah.
drink, and sleep it.
Yeah.
And put it all together.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to say, because she's a Christian. No,
Okay, I'm gonna
because
say-
Cynthia always comes back to with me. And that, again, that's what drew me to this. I noticed that everything is being done by people who are doing it because they love the Lord, and if you talk to Cynthia privately, you know, for her it all goes back to, Pastor, I'm just, you know, so
Right.
because it matters.
It matters.
It matters.
It matters.
You know what I mean? Good
Okay.
Christian sister. This gonna be a good soul music show though. So you get on out here.
And it's going to be fun. So sometimes people
So
think
much fun.
that because it's a good Christian show, that it's not as much fun. But it's
Yeah.
always, everything she does, it's always a lot of fun. And you just enjoy
They know
yourself.
James Brown music. They know,
We
on the
all
one
know
they know
James
that beat.
Brown
They got
music.
that. Yeah.
And we know all of the people who have copied James Brown's style.
Yes. Again,
Since that.
something that drew me, and I'm thankful. Thank you, Cynthia, C.P. Lacey, because they required each one of us that's playing a role study the person. I had no idea, and I'm sure many people had no idea when they say James Brown music is the most sampled by the rap industry. They meant Bobby Bird was the most sampled, and he never received compensation for any of that. So recently, I understand Jay-Z sampled one of his records. I don't know if it's I Know You Got Soul or one that I'll be singing. Jay-Z sampled one of them and found out that Bobby Bird had never been paid for any of the songs that he had written, had never received royalties for anything. Jay-Z gave him $20 million.
Oh, right. See that? See that? And that's what it takes.
Impact on, yeah.
That's it. That's what it takes.
But everybody from, what's his name with the clock? He was sampling Bobby Bird.
Right, everybody.
All that.
Everybody.
Yeah, and Bobby Bird never received any compensation. And for Jay-Z, that's a part of Black history. They don't tell you that.
They don't
when
tell
they
you
tell
that.
you the bad things, the things that they consider bad things, they don't tell you these kinds of things. So
That's it.
for me to embody that man, and to know that I'll be attempting to bring all that out.
Well, I think you can handle it.
I know you got soul.
All right, all right.
Yeah, so it's going to be great. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
And it's going to be Black History made again in Black History Month.
That's it. So that's we got a wonderful combination there, and then we get to see Pastor D. Hey.
Again.
Hey. So you'll be signing autographs and everything.
With the wig and all that, they'll see Bobby Bird.
They'll see Bobby Bird. Well, we'll get that autographed then that day.
You see my process.
We'll get that autograph that day. Yeah. So we encourage everyone to buy tickets. Again, we only can be what we're going to be with the support and the help of our people. Everybody's not going to, gravitate to this. Everybody's not going to want to support it. So in order for productions like this to continue and for people like Cynthia to continue to get support, we have to support it.
Absolutely.
So it's up to every one of you out there who has ever hummed a James Brown tune. So now we got everybody, because I don't think we could go anywhere and have somebody who's never hummed or sung or did a word or a shout or a dance move from James Brown. That would be very hard to find.
Oh.
You could, because it's so sampled.
Hardly any genre of music haven't been influenced by James Brown.
Exactly, and because it's so sampled, young people don't realize that they're doing it too.
Tell Usher and all them to come, y'all. Y'all know Usher number. Tell them come, pay some homage.
That's right.
They would,
But this is what we're doing. But honestly, they've all sampled it, so it's going generational now.
Yeah.
So although it started years in the 60s, right? 50s, early 60s, we're now, all these years later, still having young people who are doing some of the moves. We know they're copying Michael Jackson, they're copying, like we're saying, Usher. All of these people who were influenced by Mr. Bird.
And what we want is for them to copy all of the moves.
That's it.
Go get involved.
Go get involved.
Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Get involved. Get up. Get involved.
You want to know something? I used to have my kids say that on the way to school. I would play it and turn it up because we're in schools and we're places where sometimes people don't want us to feel as proud as we should. And so I made them sing it loud. I would turn the music all the way up and say, okay, everybody got to sing it. And they have to shout it.
Yeah, Bobby's contributions was a rallying cry. Get on up, get into it, get involved. Right. Young people need that message
and that's what they need
today. And they need to feel good.
And they need to feel, and they need to understand that that's what it was. That there's so many of the people who were during that time that did get involved, that did give back.
Sure.
And we're so unaware that the magnitude that they gave back, All right, yeah, we're gonna hit my vegan side. So we know I went vegan after Dick Gregory.
Right.
Dick Gregory
Okay,
gave
and he
gave he fed.
he was very active.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
sent money down. He sent food.
Yes.
When they stopped giving food to the kids, he said, "That's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
We'll send the food ourselves."
Yeah.
And they were not just mouth talk.
Yeah.
They put their money where their mouth was, and they fed
and they have always,
communities.
you know, I have had the pleasure of, traveling with my dear friend and brother, Dr. Bill Cosby, many years. Still love him
Right,
today.
of course.
Being mentored and taught, and I can't tell you the cities, that he gave hundreds of thousands of dollars
Exactly.
to. Here in Wilmington, he gave hundreds of thousands of dollars to projects that I asked him to support and what have you. And he's been involved all the way back to giving Dr. King money and what have you. And, lots of our entertainers. But what I like about this show, what I'm learning about James Brown and the band and all of them is how they helped one another.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
the Allison Williams, the part that she's playing, Miss Martha Hydes. I had no idea that black women were doing a fashion thing off of her, and that James Brown was purposely keeping her on the stage in a particular position to fashion what a black woman's supposed to look like.
All right.
And oh my God!
All right.
It's just wonderful. I'm telling you, they need to get out and see this show.
Let's see the show. Let's come. Let's be a part of it. Let's make our own history by selling out. Let's let them know. Let's let the casino understand how privileged they are to have that performance there by selling out the show.
Yeah.
And that could easily be done with just us. Again, if you've ever hummed a James Brown song, if you've ever done a James Brown move, if you've ever even just tapped your toe. So that's everybody.
We were on a production last night, I think night before last, one of the Scarfo Live, I think, or whatever. And the folks in Atlanta, the producer in Atlanta they're already asking for the production. Like, you've got to bring this production to Atlanta. Our city would, and certainly to Savannah, certainly to Savannah and places like that where James Brown, Augusta, where James Brown was from. They were just begging, and it has legs.
It has legs.
It has legs.
Isn't that
You know what I
wonderful?
mean? I won't be going. I'll be going back to being a pastor. But the production, I really do believe, is something that they're going to end up wanting this show in other cities and other venues and what have you. So you really need. I'm telling you, you really need to take an opportunity to see it now.
Right. That's it. So we're smart enough to jump on when we know there's something good coming. So let's just prove ourselves right, and again, starting with someone right from here in our hometown, right?
Absolutely.
That's it. So we've got Cynthia, who has been
wonderful.
Yeah,
wonderful.
Putting people together and just having these productions out of the goodness of her heart and providing her passion. For so many years now.
Yeah.
And bringing people in. She's brought so many people to Delaware, right?
Wow, she's brought so many stars and acts to Delaware, but mostly it's what I loved just hearing from you, that this is who she is.
This is who she is.
And she's been that all the way back to your childhood.
All the way back to her childhood.
How amazing is that?
Yes.
How amazing is that?
And I don't know if I'm allowed to tell, we were around everywhere. And you know what the other thing is? You're right, she brings them to church places too.
Yeah.
So it's not just
every time.
Here or there.
She has always come back.
She has them come to churches and perform and all over.
Absolutely.
So it's not just a single thing.
I think I saw C.P. Lacey. I was privileged to see him in one of Cynthia's productions.
Right here.
Right here.
At
he
the Legacy
played
Center.
Prince.
Prince,
and
yes.
my
Woo,
God.
he was fabulous.
You wouldn't get the level of entertainment and production that I saw unless you paid hundreds of dollars and flew to Vegas.
That's it.
That's it. That level.
And it was so great that particular day as we were putting it together, and The place was crowded. Everybody, we were just in
Yeah.
awe. And
Yeah.
let me share the expertise of people she has with her. That music, and I don't know who put all that together. I do. I saw
Listen.
them, and I apologize for not knowing the names of everyone. But they knew how to create sounds
This band.
and make sure that the sound
Yeah.
was so perfect.
Because she gets...
Later, I went to the Grand Opera to see someone, and I was like, that sound was better at our Legacy Center.
She gets
than it was there.
top flight musicians too.
Yes.
The musicians, and again, I apologize for not knowing the names.
Good, I'm not the only one.
The ones that are in this production, but she gets brand name musicians
Yes, she
too.
does.
Also, so you know, she's just got. First of all, she has a great ability and gift. This is beyond talent. This is professionalism.
Yes.
This is professionalism. She's a professional producer and what have you. And
Yes.
I listened as she and C.P. Lacey produced this.
Okay.
This show.
Okay.
And they were talking about what they wanted from us, the performers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that she's operated at a level. She might as well go on and get with 50 Cent and drop
that.
a couple movies or what have you. Because she's
right
actually
there,
at that level.
She's at,
you know, get
and
with
she
Tyler,
has
you know,
been,
somebody,
and
because she can
been
do
for
it.
so long. Well, and the ability to gather people. I think that's one of the main
She a
things.
Christian.
That she has that ability to bring them together and to get them to come to Delaware.
Yeah.
Nobody even heard of Delaware. People say, we want you to come to Delaware. Is that in Philly or is that in Maryland? People don't know where Delaware is, but somehow she has brought so many people to Delaware.
And I do believe, in conclusion, as for me, it all comes back to her faith. I talk with her. I know she's dealing with challenges now with regard to her mother and her mother's health, and it always comes to prayer. She always comes back to her faith, and I believe that's why Pastor D is in this show, to say that faith has got to be part of the discussion.
Faith has
Guys,
got to be part of the discussion.
You got to believe in God. You got to trust God. You got to know God for yourself, and you'll experience that good feeling that we're going to make everybody feel at this show.
That's it. And that's it. And it's so personal.
Yes, it is.
It's so personal.
Yes, it is.
And that's what I think people miss sometimes, that your relationship with God is as personal as your relationship with a parent, a sibling. It's a personal relationship.
Yeah, even more personal.
So, even more so, because there's nothing that you can't say or confess or anything. Share.
Yeah.
So, again, we talked about my daughter saying your church is in your heart.
Yeah.
Your heart is there.
And she's been that way since she was a little girl.
Since she was little, since
and
she was
that's
3.
Like Cynthia. And to think that you're being a part of Cynthia's journey as your little girl, and then your daughter coming up, she had no choice to be as brilliant, articulate, and wonderful as she was at 3 years old. She used to shock the church. I would pastoring the church. I'd have to look down from the pulpit and say, did that little girl just quote in its entirety, with perfect diction, rhythm, and perfect expression, the entire Lord's Prayer, the entire 23rd Psalm? And she practically should have took a bow. I mean, there are 200 people in the church, and it's wonderful.
Yes, it really
that you
was.
were raising her that way, and now she's...
But we have to give credit to Miss Ruth's daycare, because Miss Ruth's daycare was able to get her in that spirit. Yeah. And
Mama Ruth did a job.
She did. She really did.
She did a job.
And it allowed Cheris to be, I think, a vessel, because so many times she would say, I would say, how do you know that? And she would say, God told. I was talking to God, and God said. I'm like, okay. As a mom, I didn't even know how to respond back then. Like, what the heck do I say?
Look at what you were doing. You were exposing your daughter to the best of us. in every area.
Okay.
We were giving each other the best we had. Miss Ruth was giving your daughter the best you had. You were giving my church the best you had. I was giving your daughter. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's when that's
that connection.
There it is. That's when we allow ourselves to trust one another.
Yes.
And to look within.
Yes.
It can only come out.
And trust is a big thing because I'm big on my babies,
Yes.
right? So it's either hot or cold. It's no in between. It's no warm.
Yeah.
It's either hot or cold.
Right.
So I trusted Miss Ruth so much.
Sure.
One day that I needed something, I didn't even know their phone number.
Wow.
Because I knew my baby was safe there, or she wouldn't be there. I knew she was in good care.
I love that.
Or she wouldn't have
Love
been there.
that.
So,
boy, see, that's why we're doing the play.
We
got to bring this time.
We got to bring this
time back to our people.
Yes.
Where we can trust one another, with one another, and we only give each other the best.
Right.
That we got.
And I think that we also have to understand that, like any relationship, sometimes it's a hiccup. But you got to come back. You got to value the situation and the person and the everything to say, hey, it's bigger, it's better, it's whatever. Because there's absolutely zero, other than your relationship with God, but we get mad at God. God might not get mad at us, but we get angry at different times. Like we don't understand when we have a loss or when something happens or, hey, wait a minute, I've been doing right and how come? But we still keep going. So we have to learn to have that grace with each other.
And where you learn from? Got to be a Christian. Got to be like Bobby Bird. Got to be a Christian.
Got to be like Bobby Bird.
Got to be like Bobby Bird.
Be like Bobby
and
Bird.
Care about somebody else. And,
That's right.
And love somebody else and give somebody else a chance. Got to be a Christian, guys. I'm sorry.
Gotta have that relationship. We gotta have that relationship.
This is the one faith, and that's why I love being a Christian. It's the one faith that appeals to me. To consider grace. There's no other faith, no other school of thought where they say grace, favor, unmerited favor. You don't deserve it. This kind of love. No, there's no other doctrine that draws me to that. There's no other doctrine that tells me forgive. Forgive. Let it go. You know, there's no other doctrine that gives me that counsel and empowers me to. So why would I not be excited about seeing the Christianity and all this? It matters if you're a Christian. It matters if I believe in God. It matters if I. That's why Bobby Bird went back to get James Brown, because he was a Christian. That's why his mother. Imagine that. What if Bobby was one of those guys who you was the only one in your house that go to church? He couldn't go home and ask his mom, can we move this convict in with us for the...
Well, let me share. My son has talked me into that as well. So
he's talked you into it? You're a Christian,
yes, he has.
though. You're a Christian.
I don't know. I don't go to church often and stuff,
no, you
so
don't go to church regular, but you're a Christian. You got to say...
so it has happened. So it happens.
You have a Christian heart. You believe you believe in what you were taught in church. You live by the book without going to church every Sunday. Why?
All right.
Because you believe in, I got to help, I
have to give back. So, so my son taught me into
the Christians.
It.
See, we moved into an era where Christians are afraid. We're afraid to I say promote or speak up about, hey, it matters that you're a Christian, because we live in a time where, Islam is the fastest growing faith in our community.
Is it really?
This type of thing. And we just live in a time where we have stopped the church. We people who are like, hey, that's a good Christian woman. That's a good Christian man. We're not telling you their religion. We're telling you why we know they believe the way they believe. They believe in feeding the hungry. They believe in folk. If I was a Christian, I told you I was a Christian, and then you said, well, would you feed that hungry man? And I said, no, I don't believe there. You sure you're a Christian? You see what I mean?
Right.
No, but just saying somebody's a Christian used to mean you knew, what they believed and what they thought. And
what does it mean now? I'm lost. You lost me somewhere in there.
Today, I mean, saying that you're a Christian means something. It means that you believe in the Christian
way.
values.
Okay,
You believe
okay,
in,
okay.
you know.
I can see that.
But you
Okay.
need to get some of it interpreted because, you know, some people mean, well, that means you should turn the other cheek, Derrick. And I'm not going to, so you got to get that scripture interpreted.
Okay, so we're going to have that one on a different show. We're going to have another show.
Yes.
Because this show is
Yes.
Black History Month.
Yeah.
This show is the upcoming production that's going to be at the Harrahs Casino on February 21st. Doors open at 6.
I feel good.
I feel good. And I feel good. And the energy. So we have to understand we carry that energy with us.
We do.
We are so strong. Our energy, that's going to be another show too, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all about this energy.
Wow. That's great
This
stuff.
energy is real. Energy is real.
Yeah.
And we have to keep that energy going so that we
do.
can live in the good side of it all.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
guess what? I
Even
think
with all these bad things happening to us, and prayers for the lady's family that was killed in Minneapolis, and the guy Alex, and what have you. I mean, we cannot turn a blind eye, Kim, to what's taking place right in front. The other day I saw on the news they took a 5-year-old boy, you know, all them automatic weapons and what have you, and I just looked at that picture of them soldiers snatching this 5-year-old boy, taking him like that, and I'm thinking about the horror, the fear, and what have you that he must feel. And I'm, you know, Sunday morning, I'm praying in my oral prayer, and I'm wondering, how come nobody's praying for these people? Why are we not saying something? This is absolutely horrid, you see?
It is.
You
It
know,
is. It's very hard.
so, you know, this is a
it.
time when we need exactly
And we will.
what you're
and
saying.
we definitely are going to get that done. We're going to take a quick break.
Absolutely.
Let's take a quick break. Don't go anywhere because we're here. This is hot. We got the I feel good. I feel good. Be right back.
Philadelphia, Chester, Wilmington, Delaware, New Jersey. This is C.P. Lacey, a.k.a. the Godfather of Soul. And I'm bringing I Feel Good to Harrahs, Philadelphia. Good God, February 21st is going to be a show you don't want to miss. Tickets going fast. Get yours now. With your bad self.
All right, welcome back. Once again, let's talk about how I feel good.
How I feel good. February 21st, Harrahs Casino, Cynthia Tyre and C.P. Lacey production. Just an exciting James Brown relive of not just the show. I thought, you know, when I was a kid, I was born in Philadelphia. My dad moved us here when I was 11. However, my father was a Philadelphia cop, and we lived around the corner from the Uptown Theater, and my dad actually had the assignment of being the cop that was backstage during the shows.
Okay.
And first time I saw James Brown as a child was sitting backstage at the Uptown.
Wow.
My dad was working, and you know, having those memories now. After growing up, moving to Wilmington and what have you, I never saw a James Brown live show or what have you. But of course, I've known over the years what they must have been like, and I remember the feel from then, you know, and it was just amazing. You know, must have been like a young person going to see Michael Jackson for the first time, you know, today or something like that. So, you know, just to see this show, to be in it and be involved, and to see it at the level it's going to be done, I'm telling you, it's just going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I thank Cynthia for bringing these things to us, giving us something fun to do.
Yeah, I think C.P. Lacey, the star, has done James Brown and his history. I didn't know. I knew of C.P. Lacey from his portrayals of James Brown through years, Michael Jackson, Prince, what have you, and I've seen different. But I had no idea it was C.P. Lacey I was watching for 30-some years now, a Sandman.
Okay, yeah,
That's the
okay, okay.
That CP is actually the Sandman on the Apollo.
Okay,
And so
okay.
he was sharing, about how being Sandman. In fact, they will be honoring CP in New York. The Actors Guild and all of these people, they're giving him a big Lifetime Achievement Award
Oh, good.
in New York at a
Well
big
deserved.
bow tie gala
Yeah.
and what have you. But wow, to see him function and perform in that way, he does James Brown. He embodies James Brown.
All
He
right.
is Mr. Brown.
All right.
When he's, I
That's
don't know
it.
if what you see on the commercial is just a snippet. And I'm talking about energy, like you were talking
Everything,
about.
yes,
I'm talking
yes.
about dance. I'm
Yes,
talking
it.
about the hair.
Everything.
All of it.
Makes you wonder, like, what? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
It's just
That's
an
it.
amazing talent. And I'm so humbled that Cynthia would trust me, to be in the show with him. And like I said, pray for me, because him and James Brown, they do a little bump, boom. So we gonna have to get it together. And
All right.
revive.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. And I know that you're going to bring all of your talent. We know how talented you are.
Well,
So-
we pray. We still got.
Well, we see it
fire,
constantly.
we.
We see it all
We're
the
gonna-
time. So it's there. And like I say with Cynthia, it's certain things, it's just natural. It's just who you are. So we have to acknowledge who you are and who you've been and who you remain steady and steadfast to be. So people just look toward perfection, and they look for a way to sometimes discredit rather than uplift and be
Right,
thankful
right.
and
I get that.
honor
I get
what
that. Yeah.
we're able to see and know.
I get
so,
And
I think
thank
it's
you for
about,
that. I was humbled.
cherishing the good
Yeah.
and embracing it and honoring it and acknowledging it. I
Yeah.
think sometimes people have a feeling, if I acknowledge you, what does that mean about
That
me?
diminishes them somehow. Yeah.
So
One of the
let's
wonderful
look at-
parts of the experience on the interviews that I'm learning and was very humbled by is when C.P. Lacey and Cynthia were talking about, because the interviewer asked, how did they pick the performers? How did they choose Allison Williams? How did they choose Silk? How did they choose me? And they said, I could have taken what you just said about, they said, well, we look at the person and the soul of the person and the range of their ability. And it's the unrestricted artistic expression of that individual's soul.
Right.
And I thought that was so beautiful, that when we see somebody performing or preaching well or doing well, it's not just somebody, it's the unrestricted artistic expression of that individual soul.
That is.
And that's what
we have to acknowledge and embrace, and again, trust and thank God and all of those, everything that goes together with that. So I think that we as people must begin to embrace and acknowledge.
As we did.
It's okay. Yeah,
as we did.
As we always did.
With this show.
And come together.
Yeah.
And as you're saying, and support and uplift and all of those great things that we know we can do.
Yeah.
And just do them. Let's just get it done. Just do it. Let's just do it. Come on, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody, we want you to be there February 21st. And for all of the reasons that we said here today. First of all, we have a Delawarean who is Newcastle County even. We want you to come from everywhere, but you're close here in Newcastle County. But who has put this together, who has helped put this together.
Absolutely.
And has brought so many things here through the years. And let's show some love and support. So let's just show love and support and go that way. We also have Delaware talent. So we got Delaware talent. Let's show love and support for our Delaware talent. Then let's love ourselves. Let's give ourselves the gift of going to see something great.
Right.
Like, how often do you love yourself? I always tell people self-care is important. You gotta love yourself. You gotta take care of you. You gotta enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
So treat yourself, have a good time, take your bestie, Take your spouse, take your whoever you want to take, and just enjoy it and have a great time. Go by yourself.
I know that the commercial will share where they can get tickets and what have you, but I want to
yes.
inject that we got my whole church
That's it.
into the act,
All
right?
right.
So you can also purchase tickets from our church, the person designated in our church to have tickets. That's Kiamisha Dean. I'm going to give you her number. You can call her at 384-5573. That's 302-384-5573. Sister Kiamisha has tickets for you. So you don't have any excuse if you want to go to the ticket location, or if you church folk
And guess what?
and you just want to
He's
feel
going to
like...
say it real slow, because he says stuff a little quick. We're going to do it real slow for somebody who had to run and get their pen, and they just came back, and they like, dag on it.
Area
One more
code
time. All right.
384-5573, 384-5573 for tickets. They're church folk. They're going to feel like, I'm going to the casino, but I'm going to buy my ticket at the church.
That's right. Very good. That's how we're doing it.
Or take the church to the casino.
Well, I thank you. I thank Cynthia. I thank
you, Kim.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Who is a part of the production. I'm looking forward to it. And so you're going to have to come back, because we got a couple conversations going that we didn't get to complete.
And
so you're going to come back.
Let me tell you, if you just looking for some good old church this Sunday now,
all right,
make your way to the historic Congo Sanctuary at 24th and Market Streets. It's 2317 North Market Street, where you will find me, Pastor D, and the Joshua Harvest Church. All are welcome. Come see me. We're at 24th and Market. 10:30.
10:30.
Is takeoff time. This is us choir. Will bless you at 10:30 a.m. Word drops at 11.
Okay.
All right. So and God bless Congo family. God bless you guys. For Joshua Harvest Church, my church, and Congo to merge as we did. You know, we did so in the midst of the North Pac rise of the violence. And Brother Trippy, you know, and I got together and was Pastor D, if your ministry is in that area and your people are up and down though and working with those, he cared so much about the violence that was taking place that actually permitted me to move my church. I don't want to get emotional, into 24th and Market. And that's why Joshua Harvest Church is in the Congo. I think it's just a wonderful backstory as to why. Because your city council president cared so much about the shooting and the violence that was taking place in that area.
All right. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for watching. Please visit us often. Take care. Have a great week.
Philadelphia, Chester, Wilmington, Delaware, New Jersey. This is C.P. Lacey, a.k.a. the Godfather of Soul. And I'm bringing I Feel Good to Harrahs, Philadelphia. Good God, February 21st is going to be a show you don't want to miss. Tickets going fast. Get yours now. With your bad self.